news events. Okay, should be live now. All right, let's see how this morning session goes. So we're bouncing off a 4 hour support, still consolidating here for the morning session. Let me see if I can see my NQ levels. I don't have my glasses on, so it's a little difficult for me to see them right now. Can't read them. That's yeah. Let me open this up so I can read this real quick. Okay, so NQ levels for the morning are take breakout level of 25,599. First take profit is 25,668. Sell the reversal at 25,539. Buy the reversal at 25,523. Breakdown level of 25,364 and a take profit of 25,295. Your ES levels. Well, the market has basically dumped since last night, so bears have already done their job so far. Yes, level is a breakout level of 6,881. Take profit of 6,893. Sell the reversal at 6,870. Buy the reversal at 6,848. Breakdown level of 6,837. And your first take profit is at 6,825. And your gold, I already did NQ levels. Gold levels, breakout spot of 4,303. First take profit at 4,332. Sell the reversal at 4,278. Buy the reversal at 4,230. Breakdown of 4,206, and your first take profit is at 4,177. You guys are looking for those levels. You can catch those each and every morning inside our Discord. So jump in the Discord if you guys are interested in that. Let's paste those right now for you guys so y'all can have those. There you go. Those are those are all my levels for the day. High computer. Okay. See if I can add some graphics to this. Boost this up. Because they don't look that great. Dang. We dumping, huh? Got S&P PMI coming out here in about just a little bit. Market is looking pretty dumpy though here in the morning session. Not looking great. That's a huge gap to the upside. 620. Damn. Hmm. Take a look at gold. See what the you guys see scam coin? Man, scam coin just went to doo doo today, man. It was terrible, disgusting the whole weekend. Bitcoin dumped. It is redunculous. I can't believe it did so horrible. Oh man, Bitcoin just went down the toilet, man. It was just like crazy. It's comical, man. It's comical. I'm glad I'm out of my cryptos, right now positions. It just I thought like last week we were gonna get like this tip and stuff. I know, man. I need some face tattoos, right? I need some face tattoos right here or something. I can get your name or something. If you want to throw a tip out, $20, I'll get your name tattooed. So some of the others, that's I know some dudes doing that, man. I wish I was that young. Hilarious. What was he trading though? I wonder what he was trading. Looks like it wants to break out. Let's go do that orb for the morning session. Market already is tipped. Huh. Oh, we're testing Friday's orb. That's really interesting. Well, I can't even see that, be a fisherman. I ain't got my glasses on, so I don't want to use my glasses on stream because they're all beat up. And my prescription's not even really right. So I had them on all weekend. I've been working on my layouts and everything. So yeah, you guys should see the YouTube short stream. That thing probably looks pretty sick. Open the cell. Hmm. Damn, my phone's gonna die. I didn't even use my phone all night. It's crazy. I need to move some money around. I need to move some money so I can try to make some money today. Oh, look at that. I got a notification on X that we're live. Let's go. Transfer. Let's see. That's a solid trade you got there, broski. Keep it going. Look at that, man. Sheesh. Let's say the stream keeps starting and stopping. Let me figure something out real quick. Oh, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. I am on video. I need to turn this off. Wait, I need to leave that one on. I need to turn off Twitch, I think it is. Leave that one on. This one off. There we go. There's a ton of gap fills, bro. In both directions. In both directions, we got them. Pick. I should solve that. I should fix that so it stops giving me the notification that the stream is going off and on. $333 gatekeeper. They gatekeep me. That's what they need to do. Need to gatekeep me. Testing that breakout now. Will it go though? You're gonna make up some of this short selling from the overnight session. You can see that W right there. See, I saw that the first thing I woke up. I was like, dang, we got a big old W there that's formed. Let's see if the that's 6 minutes till ISM drops for us. So just keep tabs on that. We should be hearing some news here shortly. Let's get that rip. You're right, Nacho. Rep faces off. Let's go. Send it. Let's send this market. Let's get bait fisherman like mega rich. Let's help this dude get paid. Let's get him to change that icon from just a trader verified to a paid trader. That's what I want to see, right, Nacho? Don't talk about it, be about it. That's what I always say. All right, let's get that 15-minute orb. Looks like we're breaking out from it too. It's a pretty big wick. You guys are new here. I just used the first 15-minute, mark the top and bottom of that wick, and that gives us the first, and usually gives us a decent trade to break out of. Let's take a look at gold. Yeah, look at it. Look at gold just going for it now. Oh man, look at that push on NQ. Yes. Let's go. Send it. Market is just expanding now to the upside. Let's take a look at ES and see what ES looks like for the morning session. Well, look at ES testing Friday's orb now. How interesting is that? It's right at yesterday's or Friday's orb. Let's see what we do with this orb, Friday's orb high. I don't want to move it yet because I want to see if we're going to respect it or not. Well, we still have that 4-hour support resistance we're kind of wrestling with. Let me just go ahead and make it on ES as well. There's no sense in me. I've already got a resistance level there, so I'm not even going to bother with Friday's orb on that anymore. Bottom of the orb on ES is going to be 6,812. And the top side of that orb will be almost at like the 200 EMA. That's kind of interesting. That's at 6,828. I wonder if we'll have a ripper of a day if numbers are decent. Some of the numbers have been coming out better than expected. So, people are still buying stuff, holding down 3, 4 jobs just to try to make a living. It's the new American way. If you're not working, 6 or 7 jobs, then you're not making it. Crazy. A little bit of a rejection there. You got 2 minutes until ISM numbers come out. Let's get that short on. We're already in a trade. This algo's got me in a trade right now. Sell. And people are shorting Bitcoin some more here in the morning session, is what I'm hearing. I would wait though. Bitcoin usually has a pump in the morning, hits a little resistance, and then it just falls apart, just dies after. We should see an uptick on manufacturing numbers, like a gold wicking. We should have zero DTEs on gold. What are gold contracts going for right now? A little Jew. Oh, we got a lower than expected print on ISM. 42 versus 49. So last time we got a higher than expected, and today we got a lower than expected. Okay. We should probably rip that if we're on, below expect. This weekend, I finally had time to look at health insurance this year. My health insurance prices will more than double previous 1,150 a month now to 2,200 a month, and the new coverage sucks. I can't even go to the same doctor or hospitals that I've gone to for years. Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it, man. It's criminal, man. Now, lucky for me, my wife has health insurance, and she works for a fantastic company, so she gets health insurance. So it's the first time I've ever had health insurance since I was in the army. Yeah, it's the first time I've actually had health insurance in like 20 years. It's crazy. Is that what you guys are seeing too? Yeah, yeah. My wife hasn't brought it up yet, but we were talking about it a couple of days ago because it's just one of those things that, you know, we got a house of five. So, I got three kids, my wife and myself. So it's just like, we're gonna spend like 12 or 1,500 a month. What are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to make it? Damn, that's and that's a good chunk of our and that's a good that's almost like a paycheck right there. How are we supposed to put food on the table, It's it's sad. Like I said, you gotta have like 5 or 6 jobs. That's the way it is in America now. If you're not working 18, 20 hours a day, then you're not making it. And then you gotta work some more. That's if you want nice stuff. That's really if you want nice stuff. If you just wanna, I guess, live with a family member and stuff, then you can have a single job. Yeah, and you gotta work 8 days a week, Nacho. You're right. I wish I had a clone, man. I wish I had a clone. I wish I had like 2 or 3 clones. It'd make my life so much easier. Looks like we're starting to hit some rejection there. Haven't quite. It looked like we are gonna go, but I just don't want to go. Those numbers just didn't help us either. Let's take a look at what gold is doing. Short sellers trying to get in and get a hold of the market. Will they? No, it's not Tuesday. Usually we get those expansions on Tuesday, so we'll see. Come on, push it. Still in that 4 hour support. Just broke below it. Probably come in and test that orb high and then continue up to the upside. Maybe, maybe. Don't know for sure on that one. criminal. These guys are idiots. They're trying to short the market. They might be able to get a scalp on it, but I don't think it'll collapse. We've already sold so much in the overnight session. Some guys I listen to are talking about that. They're like, "Oh yeah, they're trying to go short on it." You could scalp it, but the market's already been oversold from the overnight session. I expect a decent bounce today just because we're so oversold from the overnight session. But I can always be wrong. Let's see if do we hold this. Come on, get it going. No, we can only hope that Bitcoin dumps so that Robinhood can dump along with it. I hate Robinhood, man. I hate that platform. It is such a joke. It's like the preschool. It's for like the for preschool trading. If I were to teach my kids where to trade, if I were to teach my daughter to trade, like an 8 or 9 year old, I'd be using Robinhood. Yep, I would be using that terrible platform. What a joke with that site. More like robbing people is what they should call it. Shouldn't call it Robin Hood. Imply that they're giving money back to the people. It ain't even like that. Yeah, I would never use Robin Hood again. Never go back to that platform. I don't even think I don't even like Weeble anymore. I put in a support ticket on Friday and they still haven't gotten back to me from their trade desk. I'm trying to figure out why my socks, puts got forced liquidated because there's nobody going to exercise those things. That's dumb. Like, who's going to exercise those stupid contracts? I've been trading for years. I've never gotten exercise on my calls. It is such a crock. They're so full of it. It's ridiculous. Stop pushing up now on this. Come on, just break it. The three, it looks like we got a little bull flag going right there. You could see that right here. It's at 45. Let's see. Break it. Riz, I've got a story about exercised options. Let's hear it, bro. Let's hear it. I want to hear your story. Oh, yeah. Take your time, Gabber. You're Gucci, bro. You're good. Oh, those bears ain't gonna let it go. See the flag right there? Just break it out. Just send it. Just let it go. Man, these must be Tips friends coming in for the kill. Give us that kill shot, nuke and Q. We're in trouble if Tip pops in the Discord, man. I had to put a notification if he pops in. Come on. Silver dipping pretty nasty. Bitcoin selling off. Much in the silver contracts went out the money. Look at the 5250s. Trying to see if those will dip down maybe like 10, 12 cents. The pullback here and give me a nice entry for it. Maybe I could jump in on this boat. Let's see. Dang. Okay. Let's see if I can scoop some of these up for like 16 to 18 cents on silver. I want to see if I can catch those and write it up for the breakout. Come on. Come on, break out of that flag. Let's go, NQ. I picked up some XSP 686s. I'm going to see if we can't fill that gap to the upside. There it goes. There's that push to the upside on NASDAQ. I'm not going to get filled in the silver trade. I just don't want to depot more money. I don't want to put more money in there. I mean, I technically should, so I can make some money. You know, sad reality is it takes money to make money nowadays. Well, and it's always been like that. It just takes more money now than it used to. That's probably the best way to say it is that nowadays it takes more money to make money. All right, let's switch over to tickers. Get me up on the screen. Ta-da! Well, you know what? I'm gonna go back to breaking news. I'm gonna turn myself off. There we go. And then we'll go back over to tickers, and I'm already on there. Oh man, there's that dip. There's that dip coming in. I got filled on those calls. Got filled at like 18 cents on those silver calls. Come on. Don't bring it back all the way down. Well, it looks like it's going to give up that bull flag. We're going to invalidate it. BTC's been selling, bro. Ridiculous. It's crazy. I mean, in terms of volatility, it's great. You know, in terms of volatility, that's a good thing because it allows you to have a mechanism that has a lot of volatility that you can take advantage of that and highly leverage yourself to trade it. You know what I'm saying? That in that sense, I think it's great, because it offers you, a lot of opportunities to make money. You just have to be on the right side and not over leveraged, especially like if you're using a crypto exchange, versus like the US markets, because the US markets don't allow you a way that you can highly leverage against it to make good money, make more money with less money, like in futures, or like options, or you can even high leveraged options. You can use like TQs, you could use SOX, you could use the 3x leverage mechanisms, which will have even a higher leverage and even futures. You could use less money to make more money. No, that's the cool thing about those. That's one reason why I like to trade those versus other indices sometimes, just because you know for trying to make money, it allows you a easier method to do that versus not. We're still holding that bull flag. I'm here for it. That's it. Out of rocket fuel. Water? Got a little bit of water. Silver's starting to make a move as well, catching a bid along with gold. Oh my God, look at that. The rejection on it. Oh man. Oh, but the front door is happening to gold. Oh man, it is dumping now. It looks like they're gonna break it down further. Well, that's gross. Dang, is that because it completed the high side targets? It didn't even complete them. It was like on the trajectory to where it could. That's crazy. Dang, I could have gotten those for like 12 cents now. Oh, I think we're gonna have a breakout on NASDAQ. Come on, gold. Hold this level. At the monthly open there on gold. Renko's through the buy, so it's just gonna be a battle. How long are they gonna suppress the price here before they let it go? How long are they gonna fake people out to think that there's no hope? Let's make that trade red. Come on. Hold that orb high. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. They just dipped us into that orb high. Well, I guess those guys were right about taking the short. Took a little bit. Oh man, my target is not 74. My target is like 50s on Bitcoin, man. That's my projection those are my buy spots. I'm looking for like 50K and then I will re-enter my positions on Bitcoin. That's literally what I'm waiting for. I think that Bitcoin is going to hit between 65 to 50,000. Couldn't tell you if it's in the next week or month. Oh, we're going to hit 74. We're going to hit 74. There's no conviction in it. There's no conviction in it. There's no conviction to send it up to prior highs. With the market the way it's been acting, I mean, think about it. You know, the easiest answer is usually the right answer. And Bitcoin has not shown any strength. The bulls have not showing up for Bitcoin at all. You just get these, range. You get the ranginess of Bitcoin, but if you look at the bigger, the higher time frames on Bitcoin, you'll notice that that's all it does. The majority of the time, it's just these big ranges that are, kind of difficult to trade. Wow. This is crazy. This is some terrible. Yeah. Dang. Dang, it looks like we're gonna just end up fading the market here in the morning session. Oh, there goes the bull flag. It just gave it up right there. Wow. Ooh, man, look at that. Dang. This is a nasty sell. Oh my God, that's disgusting. My calls are just decimated now. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. Ah, how we treat this choppiness. Shh. Patiently, man, managing your risk. That's the best way to do it. Just trading with money you're willing to lose. You know, that's my best suggestion, especially when it's choppy like this, or just stay out of it. That's one reason why I don't like the New York session. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the New York session. It's so manipulated. You don't have any. more often than not, you don't have a lot of fluid moves in the day session. It's more like algos and market institutions that come in and just kind of just move the market wherever they need to move it. We're just kind of stuck sitting on for the ride. Absolutely, IQ. Yeah, most of the other traders I know always, well, it really depends. I know a bunch of guys that, like Tip. Tip loves the New York session. He's not a big fan of the overnight. Well, I know a lot of people that don't like the overnight, but then I know a lot of people that do. It's just one of those things, you just have to understand the moves that the market does at those times. You have to understand is that some of those, times are just not optimal, or maybe they're, you can't trade them. Maybe you're lacking the experience to trade them, because that's really what you're wrestling with. Do you have the experience to be able to trade those markets at those times? If you don't, then what do you do then? You gotta find the time that suits you best. That's really what it comes down to. That's how I look at it, at least. US Open is amazing. I love the US Open. It's I didn't get into, tennis until like 2 years ago, and now I do like the US Open. It's fun. I want to go check it out one of these days, Ace. Good point. Do it, bro. Do it. I made a couple of bucks at the casino last night or yesterday with my buddies. We threw in on a group buy on a case site. We all threw in like what 150 each. We walked out with like 200 bucks of profit each of us. But with crypto doing what it's doing, it doesn't help. It's an ugly candle right there on NQ. Look at that thing. How wicky it is. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Solana drops, Solana Depot drops. So it is, man. Like my other boss, he was glad that he didn't pay me early yesterday, because he would have lost 5% because of the way big or the way crypto was moving. Oh, you like the new video setup? Man, I worked all weekend on it. Yeah, you should check out the YouTube Shorts. I've got the YouTube Short stream on now. So, man, the TikTok stream looks like dog shit, man. It looks like garbage, man. But then again, TikTok is garbage. Anyways, the YouTube one, that one looks beautiful. Man, I took my time. I spent all weekend on it. I worked out my new designs, everything else. Man, I made some beautiful AI graphics and stuff, some animated graphics for some of my other streams. They came out so sick. I've been working on automated processes now. So I'm using an N8N engine. So I'm using that to start to it's crawling RSS news feeds now, and it's working with ChatGPT to create content based off of them. And then I'm trying to get it to where, like, in a time frame during the day, that it starts automating my post, you know? So it'll create 4 posts within the midday, and it's supposed to do it every day based off of content that, I'm pointing it to and stuff. Super neat, And it's like, yeah, you don't even need a marketing team for any of that anymore. You don't have, and it'll respond to messages and everything. Yeah, now finally you can see my face. Hey, sometimes I just, focus on the charts. But you know what? Oh man, it is crazy time consuming. But think of it like this. If I get once I so I'm getting video processing all done for me. I'm creating social media posts. I can even do email content generation off of it. I could get rid of a whole marketing team with it. I'm gonna so what my goal is I'm gonna work on my personal socials because actually I did pretty good over the weekend. Let's see how many X followers that I gained. I've been working on my social medias, trying to get those all up and running. Let's see how many followers I've gained. Over the weekend, it looked like I'd gained maybe like 40 or 50 followers just doing some of the stuff that I've been working on. I want to see if I can get more followers than Blue Sky. No, I'm at 649. Yeah. I'm at 649. So I've gained like 35 to 40 followers since Thursday that I've been working on these projects. So over those 3 days, and that's going to stay with the holiday, and that's just been with me marketing and working with the algos and stuff like that. Because I want to automate that. I want to be, I mean, that's what those things are for, you know. Really, it's a lot of trial and error, trying to figure out how to put the statements together and then the strings and then how to connect, from one endpoint to another. That's the difficult part. But the AI engines are super easy to work with. You could just, since you can just basically type what you're thinking into them and just be natural about it, it's an extension of your hand, like a paintbrush. You just have to know how to put the context right and stuff. But super neat, man. Yeah, I was hoping that, if it works out good to help the marketing team here, help market us and stuff. Because our numbers are horrible. Our streams, yeah, the views we're getting are substantially lower. But then again, we don't bot viewers, So that's the other thing, our viewers are real viewers, so we're not paying for views to increase our statistics and stuff. So, that's also a big difference. I'm a bot. I'm viewing. I wish I was a bot, man. I don't know though. Do you really want to be a bot and not be able to eat? Oh man, are the Bears finally going to get this market and dump it? Do it. Just dump it. Oh man, that is disgusting. Man, look at the market just toileting. It is more toileting. Look at that. Wow. Are you guys short on this? I hope somebody's short on this. Man, that is disgusting. Short BTC, nice. Congrats, bro. Get it. Oh man, look at that. 1,400 down on that call. I don't even know who put me in that position. It must have been the algos because when I opened it up, it was already there. So I'm just gonna leave it because that's its trade. I don't want to mess with it because I always mess with these things and then I end up regretting it because I don't let the algos do what they got to do. So I will let this thing just continue to lose me money. Let's see. Man, my calls are all damn, my XSP calls are down 76%. Nice. My silver calls are down 20. I can't even read it. 22%. Damn, I'm almost down 100% for the day. Yes. Yes. Let's go, man. And now would be a good time to DCA into these. Just got to throw more good money at a bad thing, right? Damn, those calls are like 5 cents. Man, I could have bought a metric ton of them now. I got too early on that. But then again, I don't like to take that morning trade that early. I hadn't realized how early it was when I took those calls. I usually wait till after about 9:30. Dang. We cannot draft everything. Your algos, buy options. Why don't they just trade futures so you don't lose the time decay? Silver looks like it wants to. Man, the algos are terrible. I'm just running them on paper right now. Algos blue busted my new Blue Sky account last night. So, and I just can't afford to keep paying for resets and stuff with everything else I'm doing, you know? It's just one of those things that I can only do one or the other, you know? So, yeah, terrible, man. Man, I can't believe that those calls went that much into the toilet for me. Yeah, the algos have done me dirty, man. The algos have done. You know, it's just one of those things that like it's almost like you get lucky sometimes. Like sometimes you'll get lucky, and most times you won't. You know, and the good thing about the algos is you don't have to take responsibility for your trades. So if you're that kind of person that you can't take responsibility for your actions, then they're fantastic because then you have a scapegoat that you can use as an excuse or a crutch that you're not a great trader. So you can do it that way, you know, if you don't want to learn and stuff like that. But then you end up not getting what you need for yourself. And I don't know if you want that or not. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that where do you which side of the fence do you want to be on, and what are you willing to take responsibility for yourself? To me, it's like that. I've been doing algos for like 2.5 years with TM, and nobody over there is making money. I'll just be honest with you. Nobody over there at TM is making money using algos. Nobody. None of those guys. I know one guy that made a metric ton, but in all honesty, he got lucky. He literally got lucky. He got lucky and he passed an account, grew an account to like 70 or 80 grand. And then you know what? He rinsed it and he never made it back. So he's just like the rest of the guys in the algo community. You know, anybody that tells you the algos are doing fantastic for them, they're lying to you. They're literally lying to you. I've been doing those algos for like a long time. I know guys that are outside in different groups that I know one guy, he literally told me, he was like, I've spent like $60,000 on algos and none of them have given me a return for my investment. Literally. I mean, I know another guy that he's got algos and he says they're all right, but I think he's trading them on the backside, to be honest with you. I literally think he's trading them on the backside. Because you'll run into these stints that they'll do good, then they'll do bad, because they're not dynamic. And that's the thing that people don't realize is that, the algos work, but they have their moments that they're good, and then they won't be good. And it's just because of market structure, because they'll only perform well under one specific type of market structure. So that's the thing that a lot of traders have, issues with, because I even have algos that I've written in on like MNQ and stuff like that. I switched like a little over a year ago that I don't want to write any more algos for NQ or yes. I went to mini micros because I was like, you're blowing the accounts too much. It's just, yeah. So use the mini micros, but then you end up with, it'll take you forever to make any real money out of them. I've got some that are decent, but I mean, you're only making like 20, $40 a day, something like that. But then you can't over leverage them, because if you over leverage them and you have like $600. My best friend makes algos and his are great, but that's because he uses some really, really advanced techniques to optimize them. Oh, well, there you go. Somebody figured it out. I mean, let me see how many people are in the algo Discord that I've been in. List over here. There's like 60 of us, at least. There's at least 60 people in the algo Discord I'm in. Maybe 80. Yeah, because 60, 70, 80. Like 80. There's like literally 80 people in the other Discord where, we write them out. So we figured it out. Congrats to him, man. Do whatever you gotta do to get on that, to get on his bus. That's what I would say. So on Friday, right after the bell, I bought 5 SPY 683 calls for 12 cents. A quick bounce. Those last 15 before the SPY options closed, it bumped up to 27 to get me 100%. I put a stop at 24, but it kept sinking, went all the way down to '06. Then I get order triggered at market for a penny minute before 15 minutes after. The options finished the day at 5 and 6 cents. Then I noticed that only for 5 of my calls, one was left to finish a nickel in the money. It was exercised over the weekend. We gapped down. When I called my broker, he told me that stop orders didn't work after regular trading hours. So I asked, "What is that?" So why? I don't even know, man. It's so frustrating, man. I'm so frustrated with that stuff. It's not even funny, man. I think I'm gonna just go back to Schwab. I need to stop playing games with all these Mickey Mouse brokers, and I'm just gonna go back to Schwab. Schwab should be better now. I was using it when it was Thinkorswim before, back in the day, and you know, I I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go back over there because I'm not even happy with Weeble. I'm not happy with Weeble at all. Trades on the daily, candles, no scalping. So my 100% trade went to zero minus the gap down. Weren't they zero DTEs, or were they for the day? Oh man, that's terrible. Huh. That Well, you know what that means. Well, see, and that was kind of the reason why. See, Robinhood was constantly just screwing me over. I mean, I was taking it. I was just getting screwed over by Robinhood all the time, and then that's why I started trading XSP because I can carry it towards the bell. And you know what? At least then I know that when the market closes, that price is what my stupid contract is worth. There's no like, oh, maybe, because that's what you end up with. Oh man, I hate Robinhood, man. I hope that company collapses, man. I hope someone hacks that place, man. I hope. Chad Pace, I'd throw in on the pot on that one to get them hacked. I hate Robinhood, man. It is a terrible platform, man. What a lie. To call it robbing the hood, because they're robbing the hood, is what they are. They ain't giving money to the hood. They ain't giving no money to the hood. I shouldn't say that. I said that about another site a while back, and they had a problem that I was saying that to get them DDoSed. They complained to my other stream boss about it. They're like, "Hey, he's saying that you're gonna get us DDoSed." It's not even like I went to like a site and was like talking to hackers to DDoS them. I was joking. I literally was joking. I wasn't gonna do it. I got better things to do. But it was an expensive lesson to learn. Stops don't work after the bell. That's all the market is, brother. It's expensive lessons learned. You know, that's why you just got to take the wins. You got to get in there. You got to take those wins. You got to run with them. I mean, look at General. General's not here anymore. He came out even. He made himself break even for the year, and he was like, "I'm done. I made back all my money I lost. I'm out. I'm not gonna trade until next year." I was like, "Dang, good for you." I would not mind paying taxes right now. At this point in life, I would not mind paying taxes. Yeah, how's it going, Ryan? How y'all doing? Still holding that trade. It doesn't look like it's gonna break. When it does, it'll probably be volatile when they finally wake up. We're 19 minutes into the London close now. So if you guys aren't aware, this is, you know, at the bottom of the hour is when the London market starts their power hour. So it is the last hour of the London session now. Come on, let's go. I should reload on those. I should probably reposition on those calls. They're terrible. They're like, I mean, at least they're not 75% down anymore. Bitcoin's been dying, broski. Bitcoin has been dying. Let's go check out Scamcoin and see what it's doing. Look at that nice candle wick there on NQ. It hasn't helped my calls at all, though. My calls are still just getting a buy signal on NQ now. Will it hold? Yeah, look at Bitcoin. Look at scam coin go for it. Now, my buddy went into a 500x position on Bitcoin on Thursday. He had three different 500x positions on it. I'm sure he got liquidated by now. It's a tough sell, though, you know? It's tough. Man, look at that rip on NASDAQ. Sheesh. It's a heck of a candle move there. No, my silver calls almost went green. My XSP calls are they're down 45%. Let's go. And not even my silver trade is green yet. I mean, maybe I should have went in on those calls. I should have probably scaled in on them. You know, the other nice thing about using Thinkorswim is that you can get trailing stops. You can put a trailing stop. Even on the mobile app, it's a little difficult. You can use the mobile app to put a trailing stop. One of the few brokers that actually allows you to have a trailing stop on your options. Imagine that. They let you kind of save your position to where you can keep your money. What a novel idea. A broker that might actually have some tools that a trader can use. Their support is phenomenal, though. I will say that. Thinkorswim used to have amazing support because you can like call in and talk, you know, you can hit the trade desk and they're like there right away. I opened a ticket with Webull on Friday. I still haven't gotten a response. That's how terrible their support is. It is mind-boggling, man. But then again, you know what? They don't care about their users. Oh, really? Oh, nice. IBKR. All right, that's good to know. It's good to know. I dropped some cash on my Trade of 8 account. I just have to I just gotta pay for my data or figure out where I want to trade it. I don't like using Trade of 8's platform. I've never really used it before. So I mean I've used it a little bit, but not a whole lot. So I'm just not as comfortable or familiar with it. So it makes it a little difficult for me to want to just go at it, you know, just out the gun, you know. Getting a little bull flag right there. Wow. It's a nice breakout now. Upside target is 454. Let's go. Bay Fisherman called it. Bay Fisherman's calling it 454, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the financial advice, big fisherman. Appreciate it. I'm just kidding with you. That'd be a nice target. I think like 450. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. 450-ish. Really depends on what we do there, 'cause you got a big old bullish order block there. Well, look at that move now. Wow. Take one here if you have it. Nice. So you saying add one here? All right. Big Fisherman says add one here. Well, I can't add one on this. I think I'm still in the Leaps account on this one. I'm already in, man. I'm all in already. I'm all in. I'm Everything is in now, man. Hey, come on up, Becky. How you doing, Coach Becky? Good to see you. Um, yeah, I'm underwater right now. I'm about 33% down for the day in my long positions. So yeah, I'm in it. So yeah, I'm down 22% down for the day in my overall positions that I have. Yeah. Yeah, algos blew my new blue sky eval that I picked up on Friday. I picked up one of those $29 evals because it was such a good price and blew it yesterday. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do again. I'll see maybe in a couple maybe on Friday I'll buy another eval or something. Yeah, I don't know why the algos started putting me in. They were trying to scalp longs, but the market was just dumping. So it its first trade got me 1.3K down. A second trade. The first trade made me 80 or $90. The second trade went down 1.3K and I exited it to try to take the short. And then all of a sudden the market pulled back on it and then boom, it was gone. It was a good start to the week. At least it was fast and it's over. The pain is done and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So I'm grateful for that. I've got some peace of mind. Yeah, exactly. It's like gold and silver are catching a bid now. Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's so much easier. Why you gotta bring up my 4 pies? And it wasn't even, it was like 3 pumpkin pies and 1 apple pie. And it was like 2 different businesses that had their apple pie or pumpkin pie, sorry. Nice. Nice. My silver call is up 33%. It's probably what I should have went in on. I should have went more on silver. Let's get messages. Algo. See algo doing. Nasdaq open to sell. See, and this thing is trying to scalp it short. Well, there you go, big fisherman. Let's go. Get it. Well, it closed the trade. I closed the trade already. That was all right. It was nice. I got to spend it with my wife and kids. My turkey came out good though. Probably my best turkey I've done in like the last like 18 years. Yeah, I've got my seasoning and my method. Although everybody waits for my menudo. I don't know if you've ever heard of menudo. It's like a pork stew. It's a Mexican dish, but it's a pork stew. And if you like the way the an enchilada has that kind of spice to it. It's a pork stew that has that kind of spice to it. Got a little kick to it. It's super good though. Definitely recommend trying it if you never have. Question: I have an account. When I'm building the cushion for the Sim Live, I'm $500 short from it. Do I need to close at $500, or can I let it run and the cushion will be higher on live? Maybe RQ could answer that. You would have a better handle. No, it doesn't go over to SFA. Oh, well, there you go. Stop at the goal. There you go. Meet the goal and just wrap it from there. Gold and silver doing all right. Yeah, good job. Should be a decent buy spot right here. 7 minutes into the top of the hour. Ooh, that's a nasty sell. Yeah, we're just making the bottom of the 1 hour candle right now. That's what this is. You got to get that wick low on it. Yeah, great job, Amaro. I want to see you with that funded that funded badge. Okay. See what Bitcoin is doing. Yeah, Tesla's selling. That's what some of this is. Silver's starting to have its own narrative and personality diverging from gold. It's because so many people are going or moving to gold. I was reading what Tipped and I were talking about that yesterday. What was it that we were saying? Oh, let's see. So, like crypto, USDT Tether actually bought 26 tons of gold in Q3. So, at the close of Q3, the firm held actually 116 tons of gold. So they're actually buying more gold right now than the than the gold reserve. They're actually trying to accumulate more. And then the reverse central bank, which is crazy. Yeah, man. If you got a site, shoot it over to me. I, you know, all it kind of proves to me is that if those coins are serious, then it means that they're leveraging into assets that will have intrinsic value that isn't easily to diminish. And to me, that looks like the precious metals or something like that. Because you can't go into energy. Where could you go that if you wanted to make, an investment that you could just hold it and just sit on it? I think those precious metals is where you want to be. Plus, they're trying to bring stability to the coins. So if they're buying tether or if they're buying gold, it means that that's what they're trying to back the coin with, to maintain its stability as a stable coin. I like that. I like it a whole lot, overall. Some crazy price action though. Like up, down. Dang, I'm up 77%, 88% on that call on silver. Let's go. Dang, it is ripping. 110%? Yeesh. It's close to making up my loss on on ES. Let's go. It's weird. Let's look at SLV. Oh yeah, it is a very different look than gold. Wow. Let's go. We're gonna put these calls in the money. Well, they're already in the money. What am I talking about? Holy moly. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see too well. I've been trying to look and see if the place, what's that? Oh, good. Is regulated by the Genius Act and Tether is not. Oh, wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. Huh. The Genius Act. Yeah, plus they're collecting gas fees and stuff. Man, that silver is ripping faces right now. God, why did I have to take this ES trade? I should have stayed in that one. That's well, that's the US government, bro. You know. They're probably not paying the right people. That's basically what Circle needs to do. They need to get a lobbyist and he needs to go pay some politician so that they can make some money. That's basically what it is. That's not true. Tether makes it's 50 million a month from treasury notes. 500, not 50. All right. So, oh, sorry. Did I say 50? All right, maybe I did say 50. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank Look, man, I'm on my first cup of rocket fuel and it's empty. It is empty. The cup is empty. So I gotta go re-up with some rocket fuel. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go restock over Oh man, I do need a dub. Last week was just a terrible rinse. I think I rinsed all week. Natural gas breaking upwards. It's gross. It's crazy. Ish. Oh, that's nice. Got my heater under my desk on. It is freezing over here. I'm freezing my butt off. Yeah, I picked up a little one from Amazon. It's like 20 bucks. It's perfect for my feet, but it scoops right up so I can kind of feel it. I usually have a robe on in the morning and stuff because my temperature in my office is just always off. The rest of the house is warm, my office is cold, the rest of the house is cold, my office is hot. So I'm always backwards from the rest of the house. So I've got like my own fan, heater, and everything because yeah, it's never the right temperature. I can't wait till my hoodie comes in. Supposed to have a blue sky hoodie coming in. I'm really looking forward to that one. Big Fisherman's he's a very sexy man. He's a very sexy man. 29, 85, 31. Oh my God. It's too cold. Too much for my shirt. I'm too sexy for my trades. Let's see. I don't know what the temperature actually is here. I can't even see it. 44. It is 44 down here. It's too cold for my Mexican butt. Texas, no way. Give me 90. Give me 90. I'm happy with 90. Oh my God. Those silver calls are ripping. I'm up 166% on the calls. I'm only 12% down for the day. That single trade is just going to make up for the ES trade. Yup. Making a little bull flag here again. Keep it holds. It looks like the EMAs are starting to converge. That's a good thing. I think we should have a little just slow grind up. Gabber, you know what? It's usually warm down here, so when we get that cold, and then it's not even like that cold. I just yeah, you know, I I just get a little cold. So if it's cold, I'd rather have a jacket or something. You can see your breath today. Dang, you must be up in the Panhandle or something. Up by, well, you're in Houston or Dallas, right, Jaja, or something? Yeah, yeah. It's usually always colder up there, though. It's just crazy how like 4 hours difference, the temperature is just drastically different, right? Like down here it'll be warm, and up there, like y'all have some terrible weather. It's just it's crazy. I finally closed my pool yesterday. I got a heated pool. It was the whole thing. Yeah. So, but the only thing I don't like about it is it uses natural gas. So I have to turn on the heater like the day before. Like if I want the pool to be like bath water for tomorrow, about like 7 or 8, I just got to turn the heater on. And by like midday tomorrow, 1 o'clock, it'll be perfect weather. You could get in. It's nice. I definitely enjoy having a pool here at home. What a nightmare that was. Man, it was so hard dealing with that. Oh my God, look at silver just ripping. I'm up 222%. I'm green for the day now. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. I've made a whopping dollar. I made $1.96 for the day. Yes. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. I'm green. So Bay Fisherman is offering an area low special. That's right. 375. Are you out of your mind? Let's go, Bay Fisherman. If you're selling at 375, there might be somebody here. Yeah, no, my kids don't. My both my sons, they used to be all about the pool when they were like, in grade school, and now it's like they won't even go to the water. My daughter and my wife are the ones that really enjoy it. And then when I get a chance, I usually will, I try to take advantage of it, but more often than not, I'm a terrible workaholic. I'm a terrible workaholic. I, I I have this really bad habit. I have a really horrible workout ethic that I just like to work. And it's not beneficial to my family or me in any manner that I have that. It's a bad habit I got from my mom, the boomers. It's a horrible habit I picked up from them. Yeah, yeah, it's like, you know, I used to own my IT company, and it was really different there. And like now being in this space, it's a very different environment, and since I like to work, I've never been in an industry to where I could be creative and utilize my creativity the way I can here. Because in running my IT companies, it's all analytics, problem solving skills, stuff like that. But I've never really been able to use my creative side the way I can now. And it's just like I love it. It's like, you know, just embellishing on my ideas, my thoughts, and what I want to create. And it's super cool. Too cool for pool. No, man. It's because I'm just a dumb workaholic, man. I get in my own way because a lot of times I think I'm doing right because I'm just cranking out work. And more often than not, nobody cares. And the only thing I'm doing is burning the candle at both ends. I'm not getting anything for it. And sometimes you have to stay in your lane. There's other people that have a function and maybe are better suited at things. You gotta, yeah, it's a tough lesson to learn. And when no, your boys, my sons too. My boys are too cool for school. My younger son, he got his ears pierced on Saturday. We took him to my friend's piercing shop, so he got his ears pierced. It's funny to see them growing up and developing their own, personalities and stuff. Very cool. Silver selling now, pulling back some. Who we have? Dang, we're just pushing all-time highs on silver. Definitely. Yeah, it was really funny because my oldest, he's a senior, he's 18, and both my sons were gonna get their ears pierced. And I stayed there hanging out with them and stuff. And my oldest was like, Dad, I don't think I want to do it. And my other son was kind of like egging him on. And I was just like, you know what? You do whatever you want. The mall will be here 365 days. So you want to come back, come to the piercing shop and get them done. I'll bring you back. Don't feel like you need to do it right now or you have to do it. Do it because you want to. And I was like, look, you can look at my ear because I got one ear pierced from when I was younger. I was like, can you see? And he was like, yeah, kind of a little. I was like, that's what you're going to look like when you get to my age if you have them pierced. If you don't have an earring in, it's going to have that kind of impression on your ear. So it's your call. And he backed out. He decided not to. He let his younger brother get his pierced, and he just was like, "Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's a look I want for myself." And I was like, "Okay, I appreciate that." It is. Yeah, it was very different. My kids all grew up in Catholic school, so they were all in Catholic school up until this past year. We had to make the transition to public school. I was very apprehensive about it. It wasn't necessarily something I wanted to do. I mean, they'll they'll learn the gritty side of life soon enough. And the cool thing about Catholic school is it lets kids kind of focus on the education, and they don't worry about so much the what am I wearing, the dating. For the most part, for the up until like eighth grade, I think that it's more important that the kids are in that environment learning and growing. And sometimes public school allows a little too much outside noise to interfere with what's really important at that age, which is, them learning, social skills, the curriculum. When they get to middle school, it's a little bit better. And then high school, it's a lot better because now they have the mental capacity. They have the mental capacity to know what they're doing and be able to make decisions for themselves. I feel versus when, they're in elementary and stuff. But, you know, it's a different situation. But I like it though. And in all honesty, the kids missed out on a lot of curriculum. Like my oldest, I used to ask him, I was like, where are your electives? Where are all these fun? I remember being in high school and we had a bunch of cool electives. And I was like, where are yours, man? We're sending you to one of the best private school here in town, and you're not, he's not coming back telling me anything that's impressing me. It's just like, oh, well, I'm doing this class or whatever. And it was just like regular stuff, no like cool electives. He went to public school and he started taking what was he doing? He's taking a marketing class, business management, and then he's got some other class that he was like learning finance. It was super cool. The really cool thing about Catholic school that I enjoyed was how structured it was. It taught the kids to be structured. For you to have a job, you have to be kind of self-directed, and you have to have a structure. You know, have your work ready. If you've got stuff that you got to work on, to have it prepared for the next day. Being on time. And like Aaron says, not showing up in pajamas, stuff like that. Which, I mean, unless they're Mark Zuckerberg, there's no reason for that. I mean, how are you supposed to do anything if you're there? And, yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, my son was doing stock trading in school, Jaja. I was helping him out for a minute, but I think his course is already over because he hasn't pinged me. Yeah, I had my son buying TQQ and all the leverage shares because they couldn't trade options. So I had him buying leverage shares. It was working out pretty well for him. All right, let's get off of silver because silver is repping. Let's take a look at NAS. Almost green on that trade. Almost green. My call is up 244%. I'm up, I'm up like 9% for the day, regardless of my crummy XSP trade. All I need is XSP to do something. If ES and NQ start making moves, we might actually make a little bit more money. Yeah, look at this. Looks like silver's gonna make its next leg up. Holy moly. I wonder if people are buying silver because it's so cheap. You know? I mean, at $53 a share, I mean, that's not bad. You still have to double check when you write a check. Who's writing checks, Jaja? Man. Oh man. It's like that person at the grocery store buying like a gallon of milk and they start writing a check. You're like, oh dear God. Really? No way. Are you serious? I mean, it doesn't sound illegal, but yeah, no, I'm sure school's not like too keen on, what are you doing? Hey, I'm making a trade here, I'm trying to make your salary here, principal. Not gonna make your year's pay in this trade right now. Hold on one second. I wish I had picked up trading in high school, but it was nowhere. I wouldn't be able to trade like this. It would be me basically probably calling a broker or something, because it's the 90s. That would have been the 90s when I would have been doing that. Nowadays, man, if I was my kids, I'd be trading crypto and futures like all night long in my room. I'm gonna have to shoot you a DM, Aaron. You do care packages? No. No, Jaja. I will not tolerate that in chat, bro. I am not gonna tolerate that in chat. I will time you out for that, bro. I'm not even kidding about it. Do not be talking about Fartcoin. And this is a non-Fartcoin community because the only authorized coin in this community is Djibouti coin. That is the only authorized coin in this Discord. Because if you're not buying Djibouti, then you don't need Djibouti. I'm not gonna tell Mike that I can make coins because if he finds out that I can make coins, you might just see a blue sky coin flying around there on Solana. You know what? You might actually go for that. Maybe I should, right? I could put the blue guy. Oh man, I just said it too. I'm fully invested. It's so funny though. Yeah, I showed my kids over the weekend that, and they were laughing. My wife she didn't believe me when I told her I made it. I just wanted to see how difficult and if I could and stuff. But super simple. Yeah, and you can make a coin in seconds. All right, let's get over to NASDAQ. Let's see how this NAS trade is. Oh, we're green. Look at that on the NAS. Wow. Getting some buy signals here on NQ on Rankos. Let's see if it continues. Just slow grinding. Hey, you know what? It's always like that, right? When we get that slow grinding up, just inching through the day. Oh, that's a hell of a move right there. Let's go. Yeah. Holy Toledo. Breaking intraday high now in the morning session. Let's go. Recovery mode on. Dang, I'm almost up 300% on the silver call. Holy. Can we get 1,000% on my silver trade? I haven't had 1,000% in a long time. And this actually could be a really good one if it does a 1,000%. This could actually be really good if it hits 1,000%. Any other Monday deals? I have no clue. I haven't heard from the marketing team this morning. I've been up early, but no one from the marketing team has reached out to me. So I'm not really sure what specials we have going on. You know what? Let me check for myself and see if they might have dropped something. Let's see what we got on socials. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like anything. Well, we'll have to get with marketing and figure out where our Cyber Monday deals are. I'm up 333% now on that gold on that silver trade. Oh, look at that. I'm up 40 bucks now. Let's go. All right. I'll take it to the bank. I just depot. Nice. That's insane. Yeah, one of my algos is trying to short this right now. Yep. And we're 15 minutes past the London close. So thanks to our friends across the pond. Hope you all had a great trading session. They rode the market to the downside and they rode it to the upside, those guys. Yeah, I tell you, London is making money. Dang, I'm almost up 400% on that silver trade. Sheesh. Keep going. Bay Fisherman, every coin is getting wrecked today, bro. It has just been like that. You know, the best thing you could probably do if you're looking for entries on crypto is just DCA. Don't look at it. Just set an amount every month and just keep, dollar cost averaging into it. That's my best suggestion. I'm close to starting to get into my accumulation phase. I want to see Bitcoin get to like 65,000 though. I want to see us dip further before I really start accumulating coins again though. It has. It has been a crazy year, a lot of back and forth. Really odd that, the US market has rallied the way it has and coins the coins have not followed the move that the overall market has. It was Nas. We're pushing it. Salt and pepper style? Oh, don't make me get a salt and pepper soundbite in here. Yeah, yeah, they got me in the morning session. So I'm doing the morning session. So pre-market up until London. And then if we got a decent trend, I'll hang with you guys a little bit longer to New York lunch. Heck, I might even pop in for power hour with the team. Push it real good. You know what? I could probably get a sign by like that. Let's see. I know. I can definitely get it. Let's see. Is that it? Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Wait, right here. Yeah. Okay. Now let's. Is that the right button? Yes. All right. I got you, Gabber. Push it real good. There you go. I always drink from a grenade, bro. I always drink from a grenade. So that way I'm ready to blow up. It's literally what it is. I got it from Black Rifle Coffee. So I went to a Porsche event like 3 years ago, and Black Rifle was there, and they were giving away swag. You can't hear me? Oh, I was muted. Yes, I am drinking, and I am drinking out of a grenade. I went to an event for there was a Porsche event a couple of like 2 years ago, and Black Rifle was there, so they were giving away a bunch of coffee cups. So I don't know how I ended up. Oh, my sons and everybody were with me, so I ended up with like 4 coffee cups. It was like my go-to. Push it real good. I got your soundbite. All right. Have a great day, Big Fisherman. Congrats on that. So we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on X, we're streaming on Twitch, Kick, we're streaming on Roku TV, Apple TV. Those are all the places. You should be able to see me here. If you look at my cam, you should be able to see me like hanging out right here on the side. Don't make me hide. Don't know what to look at, the riz of the charts. A little bit of both, brother. A little bit of both. Yeah, if you need, I can throw you guys a link. Or let's see if I can grab the link to the YouTube stream. Should be able to grab that. I'm about 6 minutes away, team. 6 minutes away from New York lunch. Let's see. YouTube. Let's see. Which one do you want? We got two different streams. I've got a horizontal mode. The horizontal looks sick. I'm gonna say that right now. The horizontal mode looks sick. I'm not sure how to find that one because I didn't set that one up. I don't know if the guys are restreaming it from the backside or what. So right there, you can look at either or. You can look at the chart on either way you want. What? One. There I am. Now I'm on both. Let me know how it is. Yeah, let me know how it is. It shouldn't be too bad. Like I said, I worked on this thing all weekend to try to get it all up and running. Hmm. Yeah, there you can catch us there on Kick as well. Those are just a few of them. I'm in there. I got into the settings wheel on stream, speed it up 2x, and then you can get like 1 or 2 second delay. Is that how you stream, Blasky? Oh, okay, speed it up. But then you're gonna be like, I get it. I get it. You know what these calls are gonna do? Probably nothing. Don't let it go. Time to roll some dice. Hey, make sure you use my affiliate code if you're gonna play at the casino, Steve. No, Steve's got a ton of money, man. Come on, man. Go get your wager up, man. I'll give you a depot bonus. My buddy yesterday ended up pulling out 52,000 out of like two casinos last night. Crazy. He smacked so hard on Keno. Guy's lucky. This guy's lucky. He had like 67,000 like 2 months ago on Keno, and he just always wins on Keno. I don't know how he does it. Like last night, we were hanging out in Discord, and he said he needed to go use the bathroom, so he set it to auto bet just to keep wagering. He was doing like $10 bets, and all of a sudden he had a what was it a 10x, so he made like 6 G's while using the bathroom. We're like all yelling at his girlfriend to go to his computer to go stop the to stop it because he was still betting $10 bets. We're like, stop it, go get put it to stop, because yeah, kick him in, because his bonus was only, I think he had like a $300 or $400 bonus. So he ran it up good. He ran it up good. We went over to a case side and we all started, he hooked us up with some depots. So we made a few bucks out of it, like a little over 250 each of us, but nowhere near his. Like, he's just stayed playing and yeah, guy's just crazy lucky. I don't know how he does it. Honestly, I don't. Well, Aaron, you got that bounce, broski. Yeah, I took profit on my silver calls. I left a little on the table. You're still in? Oh, that's good. That's good. Sheesh. Just let it cut. And look at that team. We're 2 minutes into New York lunch. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. The volatility. It's trying. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for hanging with us. I think I'm going to call it a day for my morning session as well. We made a few bucks. We lost some bucks. Hopefully, you guys had some great trades and enjoyed the stream this morning. Yeah, I hear that Mike even might join in to VC later. So, make sure you guys have those notifications on. Don't forget to jump in the Discord. We've got some fantastic content. Well, one of our great coaches here, Coach Becky. Don't forget trade psychology going on tomorrow after market close. Don't want to miss it because she spends a lot of time curating those great seminars for you guys. And Coach Matt this Thursday and Power Hour. So don't forget, you guys can catch the Power Hour team here at Power Hour. So don't forget, launch plans on sale, 59.69. Have a great Monday. Keep killing it in the market, and I will see you guys tomorrow.